Hey everybody, this is John, the Grumpy Grandpappy. I'm back again. I'm going to make Sunday sauce, and this is what I start with: a little sausage, can of tomato paste, this is about a half an onion with a chopped baby carrot, and about two and a half, 3 cloves of garlic, and 2 of my frozen tomatoes from my garden last summer. Now, all right. Okay, making a little Sunday sauce. This is just Lamberti sausage. You use any kind of sausage you want. You want to just get it a little bit sauteed. You don't have to cook it all the way through. It'll cook in the sauce, but I just like to get a little brown on it just to get a little pork flavor into the sauce. Give it a second here to heat up. And then to that I add the onion and carrots. The carrots are in here. I don't use sugar. So that's the sweetener. If you want to know why it's in there, it's a little sweetener. A lot of people like to add a little tablespoon or a teaspoon of sugar. I like the carrot; it's a little bit more natural. Adds a little sweetness. The carrot breaks down, so you don't even know it's there. You dice it up small, and already you can smell the onion, the garlic. Already getting a little color on the sausage here. I don't want to put the garlic in too soon because it'll burn. So you just want to get it so it's a little sear on all the sausage. Not a dark sear, just something you're already starting to get some of that sausage oils and fats out. I'll put the garlic in. Everybody's intimidated by making sauce, but this is how easy it is. When I put the garlic in, I put in about that much red pepper flakes. And probably a teaspoon of oregano right in there. And I put it in now so it gets a chance to bloom. And you can already smell the oregano. You already smell it all. It smells delicious. Now this is just 2 containers of ground tomatoes from my garden last year. I take my tomatoes, I put them in a blender with some olive oil and some fresh basil. Whoops, splashed it over a little bit. There's that. And because I'm using tomatoes in the garden, got to add some tomato paste to thicken it up. And you can put the tomato paste in now or with the herbs that you put in. Doesn't matter. It'll all cook in. This is a smaller sauce than I normally use, but it's a midweek sauce. And I'll show you later once this thing's cooked down a little bit. I'm going to add some meatballs and a container of brajolles I had left over from early in the year when I made brajolles for my wife, my lovely wife. She loves brajolles, so
Yes, I do.
So there it is. I'll show you once this cooks down. The sauce, it's got to cook probably a half hour, 40 minutes now. You don't want to put the meatballs and the brajol in now because it'll all break down and it'll just be a bolognese sauce when you're done. So I'll shoot the video. Hi everybody. This will be going about 45 minutes. I did add 1 can of Muti tomatoes. These are one I recommend. I find them in the stores lately. You read the ingredients. It's tomatoes, Mediterranean sea salt. That's it. There's nothing else in them. It's vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, verified. So it's a very good tomato if you can find them in your stores. As you can tell, I don't buy anything. I just added this to fortify the sauce because it looked a little low. Probably made more than I needed, but as you can see, I don't pay more than $1 for anything when I buy it. It's got to be on sale, or else I can do without it. I've got 30 cans of tomatoes in my in my garage, just in case I need them. No, I'm just adding about a dozen meatballs, which I made ahead of time, and I freeze. I usually buy when hamburger's on sale. I'll buy 5-8 pounds, and I'll make a batch of 60-80 meatballs. This is plain, and this has got raisins in it. My wife loves it with raisins. Oh, this is a lot of brajol. Here's the brujolles I mentioned. This was a lot more than I thought. I didn't realize there was many in this package. These are left over from, I made them right around the holidays. And then these are leftovers. So I freeze them. And my wife and this is great. You don't even need a lot of sauce. A lot of times I'll just take this and add a little bit of tomato paste to it. And just the brujolles. And we'll have brujolles with a side of pasta, and that'll be our dinner. This is going to be my Sunday sauce. And now this is, it's funny because I make it on Sunday. We have dinner on Sunday, and then we'll have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sunday we'll have the meat sauce with a pasta. Monday we'll have leftovers. Tuesday I'll make either chicken parmesan or an eggplant parmesan. We'll use the sauce with a salad. And Wednesday, there's usually some meatballs and some sausage left, and maybe a piece of brujol. We get a loaf of Italian bread, some mozzarella, and we make subs for dinner. I mean, that's a 4-day quick. When my kids used to hate when I made sauce because we had sauce till Thursday. But you know, hey, we were young and didn't have a lot of money then. Now this is a big pan of sauce. I'm probably going to end up freezing some of this. You know, whatever I have left over come Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll freeze. And then if I just need a quick meal for my wife and I'll take it out in the morning. By the afternoon, in the refrigerator, it's already thawed. I put it in a pan, warm it up, pour it over pasta, or I'll use it for eggplant parmesan, chicken parmesan, anything like that. So that's a Sunday sauce. And everybody makes a big deal about it. It's so hard. You saw it. It wasn't hard at all. It took me about 10 minutes to put it together. And, you know, of course, I have the meatballs and the brujol all cooked. Now, this will cook about another hour and a half on low, maybe 2 hours, depending on when we eat. It's about 11:30 now. We'll probably eat about 2. I'm home alone today, so I'm just going to make myself a little chicken parmesan probably. I have chicken cutlets in the freezer. And I'll make myself a little chicken parm, and tomorrow night, my wife and I, and probably my mother-in-law, will have a nice macaroni dinner. So enjoy. You don't have to make as big a pan. You can make about half the size of this if you want, if it's just 1 or 2 of you. And that's it. It's simple. You don't have to make it any more complicated than it already is. So that was the Sunday sauce. Again, if you make it any size you want. If this would feed easily 5, 6, 7, 8 people today. 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of macaroni. If you had company over, your family over. This is one thing that my wife is Italian and I'm Irish. My wife's Italian, and it was always a big thing on Sunday to have a Sunday dinner. And this is what they had. They had sauce. You know, I'll explain that in another video. But if you make a little extra sauce, hey, if you got a neighbor who's, you know, an elderly neighbor, somebody who can't get out of their house for whatever reason, they have a physical problem, they had to go on an operation, whatever, make them a dish and send it over to them. You know, it's charity. We all have plenty. If you're shocked the way I'm teaching you, you're going to have enough left over to share with other people. Believe me. Enjoy, and just remember to tune in to the Lessons of Grumpy Grandpappy. I'm John. If you want to email me, you can email me at john@grumpygrandpappy.com or comment at the bottom, and I'll try to keep track of all your comments and answer anything I can. I'm doing the best I can with the videos. I'm still learning. Patience. Have a great day.